Info Warriors, Mike Martin's here, reporting for InfoWars. I am on downtown Georgia Street in Vancouver, British Columbia, off the Pacific Ocean, and tempers are flaring here, and lots of racial comments being said here at the Trump rally. Yes, a Trump rally in Canada. I am in downtown Vancouver on Georgia Street, and if you look at the Trump Tower behind me, it is closed off, chained off, and I've already had a couple of people listening to me here talk, and they want to knock me out. But I am here, and I'm going to find people I could ask questions to, maybe ask some of their opinions, and maybe go on record here for us and ask them what they think about what's happening here. So here I go.
I wouldn't assume that. Like a really big one.
Talk a little more balanced, you know?
Yeah.
I mean,
Hi, sir. How you doing?
Hi.
I talked to you earlier.
yeah.
Are you okay to go on record?
Sure.
So what do you think of the events happening here today?
I thought it would be a lot busier. It's not really that loud or busy so far. Crowd's growing.
It does start at 4. It just started at 4.
Yeah.
How do you feel people protesting an election from another country? A presidential election from another country?
I think it does actually make sense because a lot of American policy will affect us, right? So, and also, like, political views, political ideas from the United States do always, have an effect in Canada.
And what do you think is going to happen? What do you see happening? With Trump taking, it looks like Trudeau had a discussion today with Trump, and it apparently went really well.
I have not heard anything about that yet. I haven't checked out the video yet.
So what do you think of some of these people here?
Well, I mean, they're just chanting, right? I would like to have more conversations.
Conversation. Thank you.
And, people can make arguments and, rebut each other.
That's what I mean. That's what we're talking about. Having a dialogue to be able to discuss. You're a very educated man. Are you more pro-Trump or obviously Hillary?
I'm very pro-Trump.
There you go. Very pro-Trump. Coming from Canada, Vancouver.
Yep.
Thank you.
Okay, that's getting a little bit. Okay, I'm just gonna stay back on this one. I don't know what I want to do. It's just a whole lot of. Keep me up.
It's funny because I was watching your neighbor the other day. I was like, nothing.
So what are you guys doing here today?
Obviously trying to get rid of Trump.
Saying no to Trump.
So he's an American president. I mean, he's a president-elect.
He's not a president, he's a fucking show.
Okay, so in all fairness, do you think he will affect policy here in Canada as much as...
Absolutely. Canada's been tied in with America since the dawn of Canada. There's no way we're not involved in this.
That's very, very, very true. And what is it that you guys despise most about Trump? What is it about Trump that you hate?
His hate for everyone that isn't a white cisgender straight male.
Bigot in power. Yeah.
So it's more of a white power type.
No, it's just like he hates women, he hates all people of color, he hates anyone that isn't a Christian, he hates all LGBT people. It's like everyone is in danger unless they are a white, straight, cisgender male.
So that's how you guys feel. Okay.
That's a lot of people.
Yeah. So that's pretty strong words for a president-elect. I mean, last time I think something was like this. I mean, did you guys see any of the other protests for any other presidential elect in Canada?
No.
No way. This is the first time I'm seeing it, and that's why I'm covering this for.
Yeah, you have to.
And kind of document. So what do you?
Huge.
So do you see Americans coming? This is a good question. Do you see Americans immigrating to Canada?
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah?
I mean,
Yeah, they're gonna try.
it's so ridiculous that it would come down to that instead of properly voting and making sure your country is fine. But hey, bring them.
They're gonna build a wall in the south, and then they're all gonna move north, and then we're gonna be like, can you not?
Well, I want to ask you guys something, and this is true. Do you know, guys, that Guatemala-Mexican border has a wall between Mexico and Guatemala? Mm-hmm. And that wall is built there for people not to migrate into Mexico?
Yeah. Well, I mean, in countries like that, there's not a lot of flying. Here, we got to think about it this way. Most of our immigration comes from people flying on work visas and just deciding, you know what,
Stick
I'm
around.
not going home.
To stick around,
Yeah.
yeah. And so would you be happy to accommodate Americans if they, like draft dodgers? The draft dodgers, I kind of, that took off from the Vietnam War. A lot of them did not want to fight a war with no cause, and a lot of them came to Canada.
Yeah.
I kind of supported that.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
And do you support that for?
I support
Absolutely.
anyone that's in danger, really.
Yeah.
Okay, so you think Trump is an immediate danger to the
Oh,
Americans?
100%.
Yeah. Okay.
100%.
He's already planning to like revoke marriage, right?
Oh yeah.
He's planning what?
Like revoking gay marriage.
Oh, things like that. Okay. But that's all that's all talk, right? Because a lot of the stuff he talks, a lot of talk, just like any other politician, a lot of talk is talk, but to do is something else.
Well, I
Yeah.
mean, a little part of me secretly hopes that he was just being a huge asshole just to get all the votes, and he isn't actually that bad.
No.
But the rest of me is like, no.
Can I tell you something that you probably won't believe? I met him 2 times. I met him twice at his seminars down in South Beach, South Florida. He's doing those real estate seminars. And he did one power sales seminar. And when I met him, he was very outgoing, very charismatic.
No offense to you, but you got to understand that in our situation, you're a cisgender white male. Of course he would be nice.
I'm not white. I'm Portuguese.
Fair. I'm sorry.
I'm Portuguese. But I'm going to tell you.
As visibly.
So what are you doing here today?
Well, basically, we're actually mainly to refit for the Scott Kingdom Wagon Rally, which is on November 19th at noon.
What is this for? Kinder, can I see it?
So stopping Kingdom Wagon, which is on the 19th.
The pipeline?
Pipeline.
Okay, now, has Donald Trump discussed the pipeline?
He hasn't discussed the Kingdom Wagon pipeline because it doesn't go through the United States, but he has discussed the Keystone XL pipeline.
That's right, that's the
which is
Keystone.
The one that goes
The Keystone.
in the United States. He wants to bring it back. He goes with a climate change scenario. He doesn't believe that humans cause climate change.
So you think climate change is, climate change for some...
Climate change is a huge issue, but it's all the racist, sexist, and xenophobic statements that Donald Trump has made.
Yeah.
And how horrible it is that now people in the United States have to live under a president that has said such violent things.
Okay, so you think Donald Trump is unfit to be president?
I think he is unfit to be president, and I mean, I'm no fan of Andrew Coyne, but Andrew Coyne said that you could probably pick 10 people at random off the street, and 9 of them would be more qualified to be president than Donald Trump.
How do you feel How do you feel about Bernie losing his primary against Hillary when he won the popular vote?
I actually think that Bernie could have defeated Trump if he had been the candidate.
Merry Christmas. That's exactly what I was saying the other day, and I was telling people if the Democrats played it by the book.
But the Democratic establishment was so wedded to capitalism and to Wall Street that they would rather lose with Hillary than win with Bernie.
Yeah. Anyways, so what do you want people to know? What do you want to? If you wanted to say something to Donald Trump right now, what would you say to him?
I really don't have anything to say to him at the moment.
Okay. Well, thank you, sir.